Hey, welcome back. This is the part 3 of our SharePoint Framework form building series. In today's video, we are going to cover the SharePoint date column and understand how to insert date values in a SharePoint list from a SPFx web part using PnP JS and Fluent UI. If you haven't watched previous video of this series, I'll highly recommend you to start with part 1 where we have set up the project and build the base form. I'll add the link in the description of both part 1 and part 2. In part 1, we have set up the project. We covered the text type of column. In part 2, we covered the number type of column, which is experience. But in this video, we'll not just add a date picker, but also understand why dates don't work correctly if we pass them directly and how to handle date values properly to avoid time zone issues. So what I'll do, I'll show you how it works and then we'll start with the coding. This is the form that I've created, which is having date only. And this is my list, by the way. I have title, which is this. I have employee ID, which is again text type. I have comment, which is multi-line. If you go and if you check, it is multiple line of text. Then we have the experience, which is number type of column. You can check this as well, right? I can show you more option, but talking about date, it is date of joining, and here we have the date and time. I'm not including the time, I'm just adding the date and friendly format, and these are the more options. That's it, right? I'll cancel this, and what I'll do, I'll go to the form, and here I'll add test date 2026 event 1, employee ID maybe some random number 1234, comments I can add something, right? Experience I will add 7, and date of joining will be somewhere from 2023 June, and I will select some date and I will click on register event. When I click this, I'll get this notification event registered successfully for 3 seconds. And here if you will see, if I'll refresh this, this is the event that has been added, right? You can see the date I selected June 9 2023, it has been selected, right? That is what we are going to do. So what I will do, I will close this for now, this one, and here we have the Visual Studio Code. I will stop this and I will close this as well. I'll go to my folder where I've created the project, where we have the coding done till experience the number type only in YouTube, SPFx, SPFx event registration, and right click, open with code. You can do this, or you can open it with command prompt, like you can go and type the cmd and code dot. That way I'll show you that if you want to see. Here what you can do, you can add cmd, you can add code dot, and it will open the Visual Studio Code, and I will close the command prompt. So here we have it. I will do the gulp serve just to check where we are. Yes, it has been, oh, it is running. So it has been reloaded. I will go here. If you see, when we did the gulp serve, I've got this test domain layout workbench. I'll get this, copy it, and do the duplicate of this and remove it till here list and add this. So here you'll have the workbench, and just this is the web part event registration, which is running locally, and till here experience we have done it. Now we have to do the date picker. So I'll stop this. So here we'll start with this, the interface. In interface we have to add the date of joining. So date of joining question mark, it will be date, this one, and inside the constructor, comma, date of joining will be undefined. And we are done with, this interface and constructor. We have to go down, and here we have to add the date picker. So angular bracket date picker, I'll close it here only. We'll have the label date of joining. The second will be first day of week, so it will be Monday, so we have to add the day. Instead of Sunday, we'll show the Monday. Here it will be Monday, and we'll have the placeholder select joining date value this dot state dot date of joining, and after value it will be on selected date. Inside curly bracket we'll have round bracket, will be date, this dot set state, and inside this we'll have the date of joining will be date, else it will be undefined, right? It is done. What I will do, I will just format this so it looks good. Now we are done with this. The next step that we have to do is in here in await, where we are adding the data, inside try here we have to add the column name date of joining, which we can get it from here. This is the column name. If you will see, can't see it from here, but if you will see it in more settings, if you go to the SharePoint this list settings, if you go here you'll get the correct name of your column, so you can get that and you can add it here, and after this it will be this dot state dot date of joining, right? This is done. What I will do, I will do the gulp sub, and let's see if we are saving the data or not. Gulp sub, it has been reloaded. I will refresh this, and if you can see we have this date of joining. If I click on this, I'll get the calendar which starts with Monday that we have added here. I'll add the test year 2026 event 2 employee ID, some random employee ID, something. Comments, I'll add some comments. Test will be experience will be 8, and the date of joining will be something. I'll add the year as 2019. I'll add December 21, okay? December 21, 2020, 2018, right? This is what I've added. If I click on register event, right, this is the date. If I go here in a list, if you will see, so this is what we have added, test year 2026 event 2, and if you see we have added December 21st 2018, but here it has been added December 20th because the SharePoint have this time zone issue. So if I'm from India, it will check the UTC and it will add that date. So that should not be happening. Like if you have region column or something like that and you are adding the date should be related to that region, right? But here what is happening, I have added 21st, but I'm getting 20. So we have to write the extra code for that. Here what we have to do, we have to go at the top before the handle submit. I'll add the, we have to add the function which is private. The name will be format date only. I'll stop this for now, and date question mark will be date, and after this it will be of string type or undefined. It can be of string type or it can be undefined, right? After this we'll have the if not date, then return undefined. If no date is selected, we'll return the undefined. Then we have the const year is equal to date dot get full year. Then we have the const for month is equal to, it will be 0 if it is single digit, and will concat date dot get month plus 1 dot slice round bracket -2, and we have the const day is equal to 0 concat date get date. It will be again, if it is single digit, we will add the 0 slice -2 return $, and here it will be having the year, because this is how SharePoint accepts, like UTC format is. The YYMMDDD format, DD format. So YYYMM and DD format, and then we have the day. This is done. Add the semicolon and get this, right? Get this, and here just, you know what you can do, just add it inside the round bracket. Here we will have the this dot, that's it. And now if I run it, let this be reloaded. Yeah, it is reloaded. Now if I go here, if I refresh this, and if I add the event mid-year 15 just as 2026, event 3, some random employee ID, comment, some random comment, experience will be 4, date of joining will be 2022, from February 11, and if I click on register event, it has been registered and it is 11th of Feb 2022. If I go here, if I refresh this, right, 11th and 2022. So it has been added correctly. So this is done. The date type of column is done, and we have added the data from SPFx web part to SharePoint list. So guys, that is it with this tutorial. I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you really did, please subscribe to my channel, and I'll be back with another video where I will cover the option type, means the user can select one option out of list of options available. So stay tuned. Thank you and bye.